all good things must come to an end. And after 3 decades at Bull Moose, Chris Brown is calling it a career.
Chris appears as a guest on 207 regularly and has for the last 20 years to talk about new music and video releases and about upcoming events.
Tomorrow is his last day with Bull Moose, and we wanted to walk down memory lane with him one last time. Since its inception in 1989, Bull Moose has been a music and movie lover's dream. And from the start, Chris Brown has been at the center of that magic, right alongside its creator, Brett Wickard.
We went to college together, and I happened to bump into him as he was setting up the original store, and my friend Dave had actually built the bins, so I just helped load them in. I just always loved music and records, making music.
From those early days of filling merchandise bins to becoming the franchise's chief financial officer, Chris has done it all. Part of what has kept him coming back all these years, the people.
You've got people on one hand who want to find their next favorite band, and then you've got a band that wants to be somebody's next favorite band, but they have no way to connect. When a CD or record store is at its best, that's what we're doing. We're bringing something wonderful into somebody's life, music that's going to move them, but also helping somebody with their career. It's especially fun to do that, for me, around local musicians or independent artists from other places, seeing people actually grow. So I've had the chance to see Rustic Overtones and Spencer Albee and Spose and Amy Allen and, you know, back in the day, Jeremiah Freed, like all these bands, 6 Gig, that started here and then grew and grew and grew and grew. And it's all about their music, but it was also about some of the clubs in Portland that gave them opportunities to play and helped them grow, and the way that their fans get. But we were, a part of that, and that was fun.
Over the years, Chris has been our go-to guru for new releases at Bull Moose. He's made hundreds of appearances on our show. But what he is probably most famously known for is the creation of Record Store Day, a day celebrated around the world, and a phenomenon that arguably reignited a love for vinyl records.
It's Chris's idea.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's that guy.
How did you come up with it?
I was thinking about just trying to have a big party, and I thought it would be a big fun day for our customers, and it would be a bigger day if we got more stores involved, and so because then we could invite.
And now it's like
really
an international
huge artists.
event to the point where they're making special Bob Dylan records for it, special Bruce Springsteen records for it.
That's how Record Store Day was able to get off the ground so much, because I was plugged into about 200 other stores just because of being pals, and when we all realized that the other indie store is not your enemy, they're your cousin, right? We're brothers and sisters, really. And, we're competing against indifference from the music industry. That's our biggest problem, all along being too, small.
Chris has even played a role in getting artists like Eminem onto Maine's music map.
I remember talking to his label and begging them. They're like, we aren't gonna advertise it in Maine because you don't have a hip hop station. I was like, are you kidding me? Put this on WCYY. The people they're gonna love this. And it had to be a whole thing with phone calls to LA and whatever. Like, as we grew, I enjoyed being creative about that. Like, how do you introduce a rap artist in a state that doesn't have a station at that time playing rap music? Now we do.
Eminem's The Slim Shady LP is the best-selling album of all time at Bull Moose. And while we're on the topic of best of,
who's the best-selling artist
ever? Mm-hmm. I think if you added up all the Beatles stuff, including solo, that would take the cake. That would be, although actually, it might be Eminem.
Best-selling Maine musician over the last 3 decades.
Sure. Well, that's easy. That's Spencer Albee.
And on to the setting sun. I can't see without my glasses on.
If you add in Rustic Overtones and As Fast As and Rocktopus and all the things he's done.
Best-selling video?
Right here, probably. It'd be one of the Harry Potter movies, I think.
Yep.
Again, peaking when DVD and Blu-ray kind of peak.
How about some of your most memorable in-store performances over the years?
The in-store that felt like I hit my peak and like I could have quit the day after and felt like I had done all I was the second record store day in 2008, Ani DeFranco.
Well, maybe we'll go back a few years.
Performed in the Scarborough store, and it was recorded and released on CD, which was great.
From the depths of the Pacific to the height of Everest.
Those in-store pop-up concerts gave Chris a closer look at some of his favorite acts, and in some cases, the chance to give back.
I think I've written around $5 million worth of checks to local bands and venues over the years, and it's every time, you know, people don't like paying bills, but that's a bill I love paying because it's like, that's a new guitar pedal, here you go. That helps pay off your credit card bill.
Yeah, it's like a full circle.
Yeah, right.
As Chris enters his next chapter, he says this one won't be far behind.
I'm gonna miss a lot of the people I've met. You know, like one of my favorite things was always standing outside one of the stores on record store day and just talking to people in the line. You know, I've always loved that.
How many years were you here total?
31.
31 years.
31.
But it feels like it's time.
Yeah, it is time. You know, I think about like what my sort of professional accomplishments are, you know, not personal ones, family and whatever. You know, like I wrote a rock opera when I was 22, I've done Bull Moose for 31 years, and then inventing Record Store Day. And, you know, I want to have a couple more check boxes there. You know, I think there's a few more, I have like one or two more big, awesome things that I want to do, right? I want to do a few more things, and so I have to go, it's time to go do those.
So fun seeing those old clips of him on the set. It's just great.
Priceless.
So what is next for Chris? He's actually launching his own music marketing firm. It's called Chris Brown 33, and it will allow him to combine his love for music and connecting with others. And as we mentioned, Chris's last day at Bull Moose is tomorrow.
And so much retail savvy there, but as came through in that story, what has really driven him is his love for people and his love for, of course, the music.